out for trash. That's where I found this old sewing table. Keep watching and I'll show you what I turned it into. Let me know, should I have left it in the trash? Someone was giving away this old sewing table, and since the last one that I refinished sold so quickly, I thought, why not? But I wanted to do something different this time. Originally, I thought this top just needed a little more glue, but after looking at it more closely, I needed to remove the whole thing and needed to decide if I was going to reattach it or refinish the top. If I was going to refinish this into an indoor only piece, I would have refinished this top, but I had decided to make it into a bar cart that could also be used outside. Since this paint is exterior grade and I am going to seal it, I decided to go ahead and put the top back on just as an extra layer of protection. I put on plenty of wood glue and put the top back on and then turned it over. This piece is quite heavy, so I just flipped it upside down so that the weight would help it adhere, and then I did add some more weights on top of it too, just to make sure that it was good and stuck. Next, I prepped for the paint by giving it a good cleaning with the cleaning wipes from Heirloom Traditions, which is a degreaser and deglosser, and it kind of etches the surface so that you will get your paint to stick really well without having to prime. Decided to use the color Sunrise because if someone is going to use this on a porch or patio, I just thought it was a nice, fun, bright outdoor color. This is my favorite all-in-one paint that I have used to date. It's got primer and top coat all built in, so it really saves you a lot of time. It goes on really easily, and I just love the finish of it because it's not quite matte, but it's not super shiny. And it's very easy to clean and to use, so that's why you'll see me using it in most of my videos. The exceptions to the top coat for me, meaning the times that I go ahead and add additional top coat, is one, if it's going to be outside like this piece may be, or if it's going to be something that gets a lot of use like a tabletop. I found a rectangle shaped ice bucket that I wanted to use on Amazon, and so it's a little bit bigger than this current opening here, but if I removed that whole piece, the hole would be too big, so I had to trim that down with my jigsaw. There was this stripe across the front that just had another piece of veneer on it, but about half of it was already missing. So I just decided to go ahead and pull that off and then replace it with this metal strip that it comes with adhesive already on it. And so I just trimmed it down to size and stuck it on. Another option could have been just to fill that in with Bondo or wood filler and paint it, but I just thought the gold would be a nice added touch, another detail to go with the gold colored handle. The top was just so plain, I decided to go ahead and do a little stencil in here, and this is one that I already had, so I just eyeballed it, lined it up right in the center, and then I used the yellow frog tape, which is really good because it's not super duper sticky. It's not going to pull my paint that I just put on there off. I'm using this foam brush that's a circular shape here to do the stenciling, and you just load your paint on there and then just pounce with it or dab it, and this is the way I found that gets the neatest results. I've tried rolling and brushing, but a lot of paint gets underneath the stencil and then your lines are not sharp. So if you have another method, I would love to know what it is. Drop it in the comments and I'll give it a try. I didn't want the design to be a stark white or, bright contrast or anything, but just a little more subtle, and I already had this paint left over that was a mix of the sunrise color that I used on the body plus a light pink called Peony. So, and since I didn't need very much paint at all, that was perfect. I wanted this piece to have a kind of antique look to it, so I stopped with just the 2 coats of paint, and then I roughed up some of the edges just to kind of give it that wear, and then sealed it up after that. I wanted to keep the original handle, so I just gave it a good cleaning and scuffed it up a little bit with a wire brush, and then gave it a couple coats of metallic gold spray paint. I used my flower pot that I had previously painted with this same color to help me with the staging, and that's another reason I love this paint, is you can literally paint just about any material with it. Here's how it turned out, so let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you are interested in the other sewing table that I flipped and seeing what I did with that one, check out that video too. If someone doesn't want to use this as a bar cart, they can easily just pull that ice bucket out, close it up, and use it anywhere. But these are in just about every thrift shop you go in. You can usually find at least one old sewing table, and if they don't have the machine anymore, they're usually very, very cheap. So if you're looking to do furniture flipping as an income, these are a great way to get pieces for little money and flip them quickly into a good profit. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.